Ewan. I just want to make a quick video and highlight one of my favourite positions at the moment, which is long the pound. Now, everyone's been short the pound for a long time now, and it might seem strange to go long now, especially when there's so much uncertainty of Brexit. But what I want to point out is that the pound is actually a lot weaker than a lot of people tend to think before Brexit. So everyone kind of thinks that Brexit was the reason it's crashed so much, which it kind of is slightly correct to a certain extent. But if we look back to kind of end of 2014, start of 2015, you can see that actually even before Brexit, the pound was all the way up at 1.7 with the dollar, and pre-Brexit was 1.3, sorry 1.4, and then we kind of saw it come all the way to this low of 1.2. Now, I flagged this as a reversal a few weeks ago. I actually flagged it a little bit early. If you remember, I flagged it when it was down here. I bought, and then I actually got stopped out of my first position, and now I'm in a second position, and we can see the market's pulled back a little bit. But you can see that it's still above this 1.34 resistance level. So we had 3 tests back here just after Brexit last year, so between July and October. And we've broken above this level, and we're seeing a bit of a pullback. So what we want to see is this level hold. We want to see the market might retest this level, and then we want to see it bounce off towards the 1.4 level. And yeah, I'm along 3 positions at the moment. So I'm long GBP/USD, GBP/CHF, and GBP/JPY. So if I just go back to GBP/JPY to see the similar thing here. We've got a pretty strong resistance support at 148. We have a test back just before Brexit, and then we have 3 tests since, and we've broken up since then. We've seen the market pull back a little bit now, but this is what we see quite often when we see a break of significant resistance. We might see a pull back, and this resistance is going to be support. But again, you can see how high this GBP/JPY was before. So to think that these moves are over because they've gone from 140 to 150, I think is a little short-sighted. When we take the big picture that this market's been up at 196, then I still think there's a lot of upside here in the long run. Whether we see a short-term correction, very possible. So before the pound, my favourite play was the euro, and it still is to a certain extent. So if I flick to Euro GBP, this is where we can really see that it's a little bit oversold. So we can see, or the pound's a little bit overbought, so this is a little bit oversold here, because the pound's on the right side of this. And you can see it's come all the way now from 0.93 to 0.88, pretty much free falling. And we can see it's broken back in here. So this might be a good time to enter a buy position. I'm probably going to do that today or tomorrow, get a buy position here, just because I'm very bullish on the euro as well. And I think that this level here, this drop here is pretty significant, and I think the trend is going to continue a little bit longer to the upside, at least to get a retest of maybe this 0.93 region, and then we might see a complete reversal in the trend. So I just wanted to highlight this, my view on the pound at the moment. We are seeing a little bit of pullback in the short term, but if I just flick, for example, to the weekly charts, then we can see very quickly that this move here is actually very small compared to some moves we've seen in the past. And similarly with GBP/USD, we're getting some pretty clear reversal patterns at the bottom here, and then these moves really aren't that significant on the grand scale of things. So let's just see how this plays out in the next week or so. I might be wrong, and the pound might completely crash, but that's why we've got stop losses. So risk is minimized, and I think there's plenty of upside in these positions. So we'll see how it plays in the next few weeks. Obviously, keep you posted with any positions I trade, any new ones I open, and make sure you keep up to date with the blogs and videos. Thanks for watching.